There are days and times that I absolutely love what I do. And on days like today, I might be questioning just how often I should dive into subjects like this, but it actually looks like Donald Trump may not be able to recover from this amazing expose video from inside the halls of Congress. I'm not sure you've seen this before, but you will. Let's get at it. But before we get started, because this is such an epic video and you're going to love it, I promise, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you've been here the first time or the 1000th time, you know that you're going to get quality videos and live streams almost every single day. So just save yourself some time. Be subscribed and check out another video after this one, because YouTube says that's one of the ways you can let them know that you like what you're seeing. On that note, we're going to go right into this video, and it is embarrassing. Holy cow.
Yo, this is the ranking Rizzler on Appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties, House Appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag, we are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, it's giving. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go on. See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure.
Yeah, and that's what you can expect from, I guess, letting your Gen Zers write your script. I don't know. First and foremost, this is hysterically funny. Anybody who doesn't find it so, I don't know how to help you. One of the weird things right now is that they think that the problem is messaging when they're looking at a problem. I think the problem is they don't know what they stand for or against. You can appeal to a wide audience depending upon what you're making, but what you're not making is a sitcom. So doing this type of a stunt may be appealing for a short period of time and get you a little bit of juice for a temporary period, but it's not going to draw more people into what's going on within your party. Right now, I think one of the biggest problems for Democrats is they don't actually understand the assignment. They don't understand what's going on because they don't have a leader. They don't have a direction, and they can't tell you what they stand for. In fact, I would dare anybody here to down below tell me what a Democrat policy is right now, because outside of identity politics, they don't really have any. You see what identity politics gets you, which isn't very much. In fact, it alienates you from the largest group of humanity. And when you're pulling a 31% approval rating, which is where they are right now, that should tell you something as well, that people don't know anything about you. And what they do know, they don't like. Now, just for fun, I have to ask the great state of Connecticut, what were you thinking? This is somebody who got your vote with purple hair and a whole lot of weirdness, trying to listen to a staff to keep her hip. I think you need to focus on your policies and maybe what this lady stands for. And if you can figure it out, let me know. We've reached a time of desperation for the Democratic Party, and I do feel bad for them. So bad, in fact, that one of their biggest swingers, and maybe that's a literal thing, I wouldn't know, is Gavin Newsom, who actually went on and did his new podcast with CultureCasino, a person who would dominate him in any kind of a debate, so he didn't even try. They had an interesting conversation where Gavin seemed to switch his positions from being a super progressive leftist, borderlining on communist and identitarian supporter, to something else entirely, skipping away from the idea that it's fair to have people who are trans athletes compete against women.
It's like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports,
right.
that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that.
It's going to be a hard road to hoe for him because he's got to cut back a lot of these super extreme positions in order to find his way back to the middle, which seems to be the plan right now. And you've seen some media start to go that direction. You've seen people that support media going that direction. And I can point out, for example, Jeff Bezos and Mr. Zuckerberg. And both of them are not really aligned with this, or at least they haven't been in a long time. And as we move forward into a technocracy, which is the absolute worst thing we could do, they're going to have to moderate these positions and get back to the sensible center. Overall, the minute you start to compromise the language to support feelings, you've got big problems. And that's what's been happening for the last 15 years or so. And that compromise of language has obviously created frustrations because we're not going to speak the same language anymore. And that's going to punish those who are in the minority. Well, when it comes to speaking the very weird, woke, and misinformed language of the extreme Democrats, well, you're going to lose a bunch of voters. And I don't think that's what you were aiming for. Overall, I think what's most important right now, especially for Democrats, is to get down to a solid foundation. Let the people know where you stand, what your platform is. That's what we used to call it in the old days. Now, I don't know. Maybe Granny Purple Hair can, fill us all in on what the new hip lingo is. But I can tell you, it's not what she's trying to do, nor her staffers. And I think you're going to get mocked more than you are appreciated by doing something like this. As with anything important, it's really key to have some ground rules, and the ground rules have already been in place for several hundred years in this country, so it might be time to start playing within them instead of fighting against them and bucking the system. Having temper tantrums during the course of one of the most important speeches of the year probably wasn't the right approach, and obviously wearing costumes or having messaging in there with the little ping pong paddles or whatever it is you were doing, that's not the energy that you need right now. You need to make clear, defining statements about what you stand for, what you stand on, and what the future would look like with you in power. Right now, it seems like a temper tantrum by a 6-year-old in the backseat of the car who just got told that the car is turning around to go home instead of your favorite amusement park. And I know that's somewhat funny, but at the same time, it's somewhat sad. And with Granny Purple Hair here, she was one of the people misbehaving. What does that tell you? Anyway, I don't often talk about politics, as I said before, but I thought this was worth a little bit of a chuckle, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below, and just for fun, I'm going to play it one more time. As always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya for real.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on Appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties. House Appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag. We are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, skibbity. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' Project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off. See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure.